General Hospital will reveal this week at General Hospital. Port Charles will witness tense moments as the characters face difficult, ironic, and challenging situations. Each decision, each action they take could change the course of their lives, leading to intense conflicts and inevitable confrontations. These unpredictable situations will push the characters into dangerous predicaments where trust and betrayal could shake even the strongest relationships. Here are 3 key moments that fans won't want to miss this week, with dramatic developments awaiting in Port Charles. First, this week on General Hospital. Fans will witness one of the biggest upheavals in Laura's, Jeannie Francis, life as she faces not only intense political pressure but also painful family secrets. Laura is one of the legendary characters of GH, beloved for her strength, resilience, and ability to overcome any challenge. However, this week, viewers will see a completely different side of Laura as she grapples with situations that push her to her emotional limits. These challenges will not only affect her but will also create ripples in the lives of those around her. The story begins on Tuesday when Laura receives shocking news from Sonny, Maurice Bernard, a longtime friend and ally. Although the full details of their conversation aren't revealed, it is clear that this moment is the catalyst that sets off a chain of events, causing Laura to lose control of her emotions. Laura, a woman known for her calm and composed nature, will not be able to contain her anger and frustration as the week progresses. The root cause of her fury is the revelation that Ezra, Daniel Cosgrove, a man with little political experience and no real trust among the people, is set to replace her as mayor of Port Charles. Laura, who has dedicated her life to serving the community, is now faced with a betrayal from those she once trusted. To be sidelined in such a significant political race, after all her years of hard work and sacrifice, feels like a heavy blow. It's not just about losing the election, it's about feeling invisible, unappreciated, and discarded. However, the reasons behind Laura's loss of composure extend beyond just the political arena. When she finds out about the growing tensions between Lulu, Alexa Havens, and Brooke Lynn, Amanda Seton, the situation becomes even more complicated. The relationship between these two women has always been strained, but now it seems that things have reached a breaking point. Lulu, the daughter Laura has always loved and protected, has done something that deeply hurts one of her closest friends, Brooke Lynn. How will Laura feel when she learns that her daughter's actions have caused irreparable damage to this friendship? Laura has always believed in her ability to mend relationships, but this time, she won't know how to fix things. The realization that Lulu has hurt someone she cares about so much will deeply disappoint Laura. She'll feel powerless and heartbroken. But the worst may come when Laura discovers Lucky's, Jonathan Jackson, involvement in the horrific car accident between Rick Hurst, and Elizabeth, Rebecca Herbst. Although Lucky has had his share of struggles in life, the idea that he might be involved in such a serious incident would be devastating for Laura. As a mother, finding out that her son could be responsible for such an accident is a blow she never expected. It will be impossible for Laura to reconcile the idea that her child, whom she has worked so hard to protect, might have caused harm to those she loves. As all these secrets are revealed, Laura will not only have to confront betrayals from her own children but also face major political decisions that could change the course of the entire city. She will have to navigate the complexities of family relationships while also dealing with intense political pressures, where loyalty and sacrifice no longer seem to be valued. Laura will be forced to make difficult decisions, and she will have to confront an uncertain future. She will have to decide whether to continue her fight in the political arena, or whether she should let everything go to save her fragile family relationships. With all these challenges, viewers will undoubtedly wonder if Laura can overcome them or if she will be the one to suffer the consequences. The unfolding events in Port Charles are sure to bring intense, emotional moments that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Second, this week, one of the most pivotal events on General Hospital will revolve around a mission that Tracy, Jane Elliott, assigns to Jason, Steve Burton. A mission that could completely alter the dynamics in Port Charles. Tracy, a character known for her shrewd strategies and sharp diplomatic skills, is about to take a move that will have everyone in Port Charles on edge. She is putting aside her personal conflicts with Drew, Cameron Matheson, a man with whom she has had previous tensions, especially after his recent revelations about his struggles following the LA wildfires, and asking for his help. But what has led Tracy to suddenly put aside these past tensions and collaborate with Drew? The answer isn't as simple as it seems, and viewers will undoubtedly be curious about Tracy's true motives. Tracy has always been a master of hiding her emotions and schemes, which makes her latest request to Jason all the more suspicious. While she claims that her goal is to help Port Charles escape Sonny's, Maurice Bernard, growing influence, could there be something more to this than just a well-intentioned attempt to help the city? Tracy's request for Jason's help is a calculated move, as Jason has long been considered a trusted and capable figure in handling complex situations. But in this case, could Tracy be using her connection with Jason to accomplish something entirely different, something much more dangerous and personal? Though Tracy and Drew have supposedly resolved their past issues, her decision to bring Jason into her plan complicates things further. While Tracy may claim to have buried the hatchet with Drew, is she truly ready to involve him in her plans without ulterior motives? Or is she concealing a secret that only she knows? This question is sure to keep viewers intrigued as they try to figure out what Tracy is really up to. A crucial element in this mission is Tracy's desire to help Port Charles rid itself of Sonny's influence, a man who has become one of the most powerful figures in the city. The relationship between Tracy and Sonny has always been complicated, and while they have worked together in the past, Tracy no longer seems to trust him as much as she once did. This isn't just about old grudges, it's about the realization that Sonny's power is growing stronger, and Tracy believes that if his grip on Port Charles continues, her own plans will be thwarted. But Tracy's plan comes with its own consequences, not only for Port Charles but for the personal relationships between all the characters involved. However, as Tracy asks Jason for help, she hasn't fully disclosed the true extent of her plan. What exactly is she hiding? Does she truly just want to take down Sonny, or is there a deeper scheme at play? Jason, with his vast experience and sharp analytical skills, may soon realize that something is off with the mission Tracy has given him. He may wonder whether he is being manipulated and whether his actions could have unforeseen consequences. The biggest question for viewers will be whether Jason accepts this mission or not. Jason is known for his calm demeanor and resistance to manipulation, but in this case, he will have to weigh all the factors before making his decision. Taking part in Tracy's plan could not only alter the course of events in Port Charles but also affect his relationships with many of the characters, including Drew. Although Jason and Drew have worked together in the past, can Jason truly trust him when he is caught in the middle of a scheme that may not be entirely transparent? And if Jason agrees to take on this mission, will he uncover the deeper plots that Tracy is concealing? This could lead him into a series of new challenges and dangers, not just from Sonny, but also from the people he trusts most. Ultimately, Jason will have to ask himself whether Tracy's strategy will truly benefit Port Charles or if it is just a power game designed to manipulate everything to her will. An essential aspect of this story is the complexity of the relationships between the characters. Tracy, with all her schemes, is not only a powerful figure in Port Charles politics but also a mother and someone who deeply cares about her family and the city. But will that love be enough for her to sacrifice everything for the greater good of Port Charles, or will she go further, risking it all to achieve her personal goals? Tracy's relationships with the other characters will become increasingly complicated, and her decisions will lead to moments of high tension, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats as they wonder what will happen next. One thing is for certain. This week's drama surrounding Tracy and Jason will not only be a focal point for General Hospital but will also be a significant turning point in the development of the characters. The schemes, tough decisions, and complex relationships will make it impossible for viewers to take their eyes off the screen. The unfolding events will certainly bring shocking twists that no one can predict. Third, this week on General Hospital, viewers will witness a tense and challenging time for Emma, Braden Bruner, a young woman full of ambition and determination. Emma had been looking forward to her summer internship with Professor Dalton, Daniel Goddard, an opportunity that would not only enhance her career but also help her develop key professional skills, expand her network, and lay a solid foundation for her future. However, everything quickly unravels as she receives some bad news right at the start of the week, throwing her into a whirlwind of uncertainty and despair. A technical failure occurs when her USB drive, which holds all the important materials for her internship, gets corrupted. This isn't just a typical technical issue, it's a major setback for Emma. With all the vital information now lost, she finds herself unable to demonstrate the preparation and hard work she has put into securing this valuable opportunity. This technical glitch leads to a growing sense of panic and frustration as Emma realizes her future might be slipping away from her. The loss of her documents means she can't prove her qualifications, and her hopes for this summer are now hanging in the balance. This scenario is a huge blow to her, as Emma feels as though all her efforts have been for nothing. But this unfortunate situation is just the beginning of an even more complex and painful series of events. Everything becomes even more complicated when Emma discovers something that will break her heart. She begins to suspect that Jocelyn, Eden McCoy, the friend she has recently grown closer to after years of rivalry, might be responsible for her not being selected as Professor Dalton's summer assistant. This feeling of betrayal is something Emma may find hard to accept, especially since she and Jocelyn have just started rebuilding their friendship after years of misunderstandings and conflicts. If Emma learns that Jocelyn played a role in her being denied the opportunity she had worked so hard for, it will leave Emma devastated. Their newly rekindled bond would be shaken to its core. And Emma will have to face the harsh reality that the person she trusted may have been the one to undermine her. The relationship between Emma and Jocelyn has always been complicated, filled with rivalry and competition, but in recent times, they found common ground and started rebuilding their friendship. Emma thought she could finally rely on Jocelyn and believed that the two had turned a new page. However, if the truth comes out that Jocelyn had any involvement in her missed opportunity, Emma will be forced to confront a deep sense of betrayal that might make it impossible for her to trust Jocelyn again. Can she continue to have a relationship with someone who might have deliberately hurt her, or will this be the breaking point that ends their friendship for good? The pain of betrayal will be especially difficult for Emma to bear because she had hoped for a fresh start with Jocelyn. She will be caught in an emotional whirlwind, trying to process her feelings of hurt, confusion, and distrust. This situation will put Emma through a significant emotional test, as she will have to make a difficult decision about whether she can forgive Jocelyn and move forward or whether the betrayal is too deep to overcome. The question of whether Emma will ever be able to trust Jocelyn again, or anyone for that matter, will hang heavily on her mind. This summer, Emma will face not only the setbacks in her career but also a deep emotional struggle. With the professional opportunity slipping away, Emma will need to find a way to pick herself up and move forward, even if the people around her have let her down. The summer that was supposed to be a time of growth, excitement, and opportunity will now become a time of self-reflection, where Emma will have to confront the complexities of friendship, trust, and personal growth. Can she overcome this betrayal and find a way to rebuild her confidence, or will the emotional scars of this summer hold her back from reaching her full potential? Emma will face one of her toughest challenges yet as she tries to navigate a world where the people she thought she could trust may not have her best interests at heart. This summer will be a harsh one, not only because of her lost opportunity but also because it will force her to confront painful truths about herself and her relationships. As she struggles to rebuild her career and cope with the emotional fallout from the betrayal, Emma will learn valuable lessons about resilience, trust, and the importance of staying true to oneself. Will she emerge from this summer stronger, or will it become a painful chapter in her life that she struggles to overcome? Only time will tell. But viewers can expect intense and emotional moments as Emma confronts these life-altering challenges. This summer in Port Charles will be a period of upheaval. Not just for Emma but for all the characters facing immense challenges. This isn't just a time for relaxation or leisure but a season filled with tension and conflict, where important decisions will be made, and long-buried secrets will be revealed. Each character will face pain, betrayal, and unforeseen events. But it is through these challenges that they will learn valuable lessons about themselves and about life. From Emma, a young woman full of ambition, to older characters like Tracy. Everyone will have to navigate their own personal struggles. For Emma, this summer won't just be about a career setback but also a deep emotional struggle within her friendship with Jocelyn. As their friendship faces its toughest test yet, Emma will have to confront the harsh reality of betrayal. Will she be able to forgive and continue the relationship with Jocelyn? Or will this be the breaking point that ends their friendship for good? For Tracy, assigning Jason a critical mission will raise big questions about her true intentions. Tracy is not someone who easily trusts others, and in the face of difficult and ambiguous situations, she will have to decide between personal goals and the greater good. Does she truly want to help Port Charles rid itself of Sonny's influence, or is she playing a much bigger game to achieve her own personal agenda? These questions will put Tracy to the test in terms of honesty and dealing with the political maneuvers around her. Sonny, a powerful figure, will also not be able to avoid the dangers looming around him, as his influence is threatened by forces both within and outside of Port Charles. Sonny will have to stand strong in the face of the storm. But can he protect his position when everything around him starts to reveal the secrets he's been trying to keep hidden? These conflicts will make viewers unable to look away, eagerly following Sonny's and other key characters' every move. Meanwhile, characters like Lulu, Brooklyn, and others will also be faced with difficult decisions and turbulent relationships. Family conflicts, long-hidden secrets, and uncontrollable emotions will make things even more complicated than before. Romantic relationships won't be easy to maintain in a world rife with betrayal and conflict. Yet, amid all the difficulties and challenges, one thing is certain: this summer will be a turning point in the lives of all the characters. The obstacles they face will not only be painful but will also provide an opportunity for them to grow, reassess themselves, and figure out what truly matters in life. As each character faces betrayal, hurt, and tough choices, they will discover an inner strength they didn't know they had. Port Charles, a city always filled with intrigue, betrayal, and power struggles, will continue to be a grand stage where every character can create significant changes in their life. But will they all manage to overcome these challenges? Or will they drown in negative emotions and be unable to find a way out? This summer will not only be a test of career or romantic relationships but also a deep lesson in resilience, trust, and how each person deals with harsh situations in life. With dramatic storylines, changing relationships, and life-or-death decisions, viewers will be glued to their screens as they witness the emotional journey of each character. This summer in Port Charles will never be forgotten. And every step taken by these characters will serve as a testament to inner strength, change, and life's important lessons. As secrets are revealed and confrontations unfold, the audience will witness each character's relentless struggle to uncover the truth and rebuild their life.